and welcome to episode 5 of Girl, Geek, and the Gay. Here we are again. I am Jose. Here on my right, I have the lovely Megan.
Hello.
And the also handsome Jaime.
Also handsome. Hi.
Also handsome.
That's what I heard. Okay. We can start
Bear
like
handsome.
That. Yes, we can start like that.
How you guys doing today?
I'm doing really good. I woke up in such a good mood, went for a walk. I've been super hyped all morning. I don't know why. It's the drugs.
Yeah, well, I woke up about an hour ago and was like, oh man, I gotta set up for the show.
Wow, it's your show.
Yeah, it's our show.
Our show.
Yeah,
Our show.
I'm not failing by myself on this.
I'm not taking responsibility for this.
Megan, you're burning a hole through Jaime with
Yes,
that.
she
with that
is.
look.
Because I feel like he just wakes up super happy all the time. It's not fun.
Today was a special day, and I don't know why. I just woke up in a really good mood. I'm not normally this chipper
Are you
in the morning.
a fourth person? You
No,
like fireworks and all
I wasn't even thinking that. No, because yesterday, a few days ago, there's fireworks going on, and they echoed through my building for some reason. It sounds like it's in our garage happening, but yeah, it's not fun.
I'm in Long Beach, so I play a game, fireworks or gunshots.
That's a good point. Yeah, it could be either one.
Yeah.
No.
I just woke up tired. So.
Yeah. Well, it's unusual for me because normally it takes me a little bit to kind of wake up. I need to have coffee and all
I don't
that stuff,
fucking believe that.
No, seriously.
No.
Seriously. Ask Adolfo.
He's gonna lie for you, and I don't believe it.
He won't lie.
Megan, a little closer to the mic.
I was drinking water. I didn't
Well,
want you
I
guys to
mean,
hear
the
me
whole
drink
time-
water.
the whole
That's gross.
time.
Yeah.
I don't know. You don't know what people are into. This is how we get our ratings up.
The ASMR.
That's
Oh man, I
disgusting.
can't do ASMR. ASMR drives me crazy.
Yeah.
Like
There's
no.
this clicking noise with nails that people do on some of the videos, and I'm just like, oh.
No, for me the whispering.
The
I
whispering.
hate the whispering and the eating. I can't do eating.
Eating is
Oh.
so
That's disgusting.
It cringes. It makes me cringe too. So I'm happy we're all on the same page about
Yeah,
that.
I don't like that. And I have anxiety, so it's
Mhm.
it's supposed to be calming, for
Mhm.
people with anxiety, and I'm like, it's making me more anxious, panic attack.
Yeah,
So
I
no,
can feel
I'm
that.
good. Yeah,
I can totally agree with you on that because
terrible.
yeah, it's gross.
Yeah.
Chewing in general.
All right, so we missed last week's episode because Megan, I fucked up and gave her cat back.
She tried to escape.
So
We got the cat back though. Right? Okay, cool.
All right.
Don't blame me for your bullshit mistakes.
Yeah,
Yeah, but Jose and I went on a little date, so
yeah, that was fun.
that was fun.
We
Good
went for a
for
walk
you.
on the beach.
Yeah,
That's nice.
It was
Romantic.
It was very romantic.
very
That's
romantic.
nice.
Yeah, the geek and the gay while the girl was away is what I
That's
captioned it.
Totally fine. I'm trying to escape all the time, but I keep getting fished back into this. So
Yeah, it was fun though. I had a lot of fun, and we missed you.
no, you didn't.
We totally
I
missed
did,
you.
Don't
yeah.
lie to me to my face,
Yeah,
guys.
We talked about you.
We did talk about you.
Don't talk. You guys always talk about me. Was
Yeah,
it my
we
nails?
always talk about
your
you.
nails.
Yeah. I feel like you guys talk about my nails.
She's all to us.
Damn it. That was our secret. Megan's nails.
So because of that though, we ended up missing last week's episode of Loki. So this week we're really not gonna have time to cover everything else. We're probably just gonna do all Loki all day.
Loki.
Yeah.
Yes. Are we
Yeah.
starting?
Well, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
so I didn't really go back and ended up not really watching the last episode again.
The
episode-
fourth episode?
Yeah, I think it would have been episode 4. Right?
Yeah.
Lamentis.
Lamentis was episode 3.
3.
Oh, that
Yeah.
one.
And then I think it
The
was
new-
like a.
Wait, is the,
The
newest
Nexus
one
event.
episode?
4.
I think
Oh.
4 was like Lamentis 2, right? Because
No, it
the
was
first one
called-
was part 1.
No, it was called Lamentis 1, but that's the name of the
The
moon
planet?
that
Oh.
was gonna the moon that was gonna be destroyed. And then the last episode was called the Nexus event.
Okay, and then that's the one with that's the newest one, right?
That's
Yeah.
the newest one. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So I didn't go back and watch it. Like I tried to go back this morning, but again, I woke up about an hour ago, so
Yeah.
I watched about 20 minutes of it. I do remember it had probably one of the coolest MCU action sequences ever,
Okay.
which was that one take shot of them running through the planet and
that was
fighting them.
Lamentis.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, we're going back to episode 3.
Oh, I thought you were
before
talking
we-
about episode
before
4.
we jump
Sorry.
into
I was
episode 4.
confused for a second. Sorry.
Yes, but I mean, I thought it was such a cool shot. Like
Yes.
just a one take shot
Yes.
of them running through this planet that's falling apart
Yep.
and fighting off all these
age.
Yeah.
I guess they're like cops or something. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't think they were time agents.
No, they weren't time agents. They were
No.
like cops, or they were like the ones that they were like security. You could say, I guess, right? For the
Oh yeah,
the arc.
for the arc.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah. It was a really cool scene. I liked. It was the final scene in the Lamentis one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
I spaced for a little bit,
Yeah.
and then I caught like back in the middle, and then I
Yeah.
thought he was re-explaining it, and I was like, I'm still lost.
Yeah,
Okay, never mind. But yeah.
I looked up and Megan
Yeah.
looked so confused.
So
Because my
confused.
eye was twitching, so I was like, why is my eye twitching?
Because what we're talking about.
Sorry, guys.
It was such an awesome scene, though. I agree with you on that. Like it was such a good flow to the scene. And I mean the action could have been a little bit more like on. I feel like
Well, I think the action sequences are always one of Marvel's weak points because they have so many cuts,
okay.
and it's like someone's swinging, and then
Mhm.
there's like 4 cuts before the punch even connects.
So
You know,
yeah.
that's always bugged me about Marvel
Yeah.
fight scenes, which is why I love the Daredevil TV show,
Uh-huh.
where I think in all three seasons,
Mhm.
3 or 4 seasons, there
3.
I don't
there
know.
were 3,
I
right?
think it was 3. It wasn't that many.
Yeah, I think in each of the seasons they had a different long take
Okay.
fight. So did you see Daredevil?
I did see Daredevil. I remember like a dark scene in Daredevil,
Yeah.
but that was like season 1.
Yeah, in season
Okay.
1 they had the hallway fight scene where they're just fighting in a hallway.
yeah, that's
and,
right.
And like that's all one take.
Oh, cool.
And in season 2, I think they did it in a hospital.
Okay.
And in this hospital, it's a 2-story building. So you see them go from the top story to the
Oh,
bottom.
that's right. Yeah,
And
yeah.
again, it was super cool.
Yeah.
Really well made. And in season 3, I think they had a prison escape that was all one take.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh yeah, I like that one. That
yeah, it was,
actually pretty good.
and they did
Yeah.
they did really well.
Mhm.
What I was disappointed in is I expected better fight scenes in Iron Fist.
Okay.
I
No, actually, the second season had better.
did they got a second season?
choreography. Yeah. Oh God.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, they did because that's
Oh.
when the Black Panther, the choreographer for
Black
the
Panther.
Black Panther, their fight scenes, was taken in for the second season.
Oh, yeah, because I remember that's when he actually got to wear that mask, huh?
No, I'm Danny Rand.
Oh
I
my
didn't see
God.
it at all. So
I wonder
Yeah,
who
you're
he
not
was.
missing much.
Who is he?
Yeah, you're not missing much. It's
It's just him walking around all of New York saying, "I'm Danny Rand,
my
the Iron
goodness.
Fist."
no.
You're just like, all right, bro.
Yeah.
Cool
Oh, but-
story.
but it was also cool to see Loki interact with Lady Loki a little more.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun to see her character kind of going from this one-dimensional I'm a villain who wants to mess up the timeline
Right.
to, well, here's, just having more of a personality.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I thought I wasn't really impressed with the episode. I thought it was a little bit mundane, honestly. But I did like that we got to understand why she's doing what she's doing, or a little bit more actually, not the whole story, but a little bit more. I was right about the TVA, just so you guys know. You
Yes.
know?
That they were evil.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I told you guys.
Well,
Yeah.
I think Jaime was the one that called everybody being variants.
Yes. And well, I didn't call them variants. I just like.
I think you said a Mobius.
What
You-
mo-
Well, I just
what
thought that they
most
were like being
important-
recycled, or like it was like a clone. But then again, the variants. I just didn't put that together in the moment. So, but yes, that was my thought.
Most
Exactly.
importantly, I was right. But,
above hype.
Let's not get used to it.
Shut up.
Mhm.
But yeah, like the other thing I'm kind of like because you know how Miss Minutes in the first one, she seems to be kind of sentient.
Yes.
Yes.
Like I was wondering why she, like, I thought maybe she would be kind of connected to everything, at least
Mhm.
electronically, but it doesn't seem like she's connected to the temp pads, the portal thingies.
They do. They
Because
do kind of. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
she's in it, but
Yeah.
like only her picture, but you would think she would like alert, like
Mhm.
alert others like to what they're doing on the temp pads
I get what you're
themselves.
saying. Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of interesting.
Just like an evil Siri.
Yeah. You know, I with Lamentis one, I was in love with the episode. I love like the travel to different planets and different worlds, and the purple hue that the whole like planet had, and the just the vibe of the whole planet, the whole like their action, the sequences that they had. Everything was just so interesting to me, and I think it's because they were on a different planet, right? A lot of it had to do with even you know, like in this situation, they even talked about how only certain people were getting on the ark, and they were allowed to get on the ark, which I thought was because you know, because they had money.
Yeah.
Like, oh, the rich are getting. So it's again political statement, you know, kind of, you know, mixed in there quietly. But just the whole vibe of it, I was just jaw dropped the whole episode. I really enjoyed that episode 4 for sure. 3, excuse me, for sure.
The other thing was, you know, like at the end when they're fighting, like you guys were discussing that scene.
Yeah.
When when the building's falling and he comes back, he's like, I got it. And then it just kind of goes back into place.
Yeah.
So I was wondering if maybe he took a time stone, or is that because they were creating like the branch and it just kind of like reversed back, but it didn't make sense for him to be like, I got it,
Like he
and
was
then
able
it
to
just,
control it.
yeah. So I was
Yeah.
thinking maybe he like stole a time stone, because it would work on a different planet.
Oh, that makes sense.
right?
Yeah.
Well, it wouldn't work in a different dimension though. Which
But are they in a different
or
dimension or different?
Oh yeah, I guess it would be just a different planet with the same universe technically.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
at this point there is no multiverse. So yeah, no, that would make sense.
That was one of the things that was for sure. I was kind of like, it was unexplained a little bit. You know, like
Mhm.
why was he all of a sudden able to like lift up a planet?
Yeah, I didn't,
Sorry, not a planet, a building.
a building. Yeah. I didn't see any like green or anything
Yeah.
like that, but it
Mhm.
was just a little weird.
Yeah.
Like I didn't get an explanation to that, so I was wondering if like maybe I missed something. I watched it twice.
Yeah.
Because I watched it the first time and then I went back to take notes or whatever. But it was like it didn't explain it, so I thought maybe I'd missed something, or maybe you guys caught on to something.
No, the only thing that I was gonna say about that is that I don't know if you guys remember at one point when Sylvie and Loki are inside of one of the tanks or whatever they are. I don't remember exactly what it is. She goes to enchant him, right?
Yeah.
And it doesn't work, right? So I was having a conversation with a friend about it, and it almost seems like maybe
Who's
that-
this friend, Jaime?
it's just like a coworker is what I
Oh,
mean.
yeah.
What are you trying to imply?
Like what are we, chopped liver?
You
keep your thoughts to yourself.
But anyway, Jose, I'm sorry about your jealousy there. No, but so it seemed like an enchantment. So it to me, it almost seemed like all of Lamentis could have been like an enchantment, right? A moment of like building a trust, except for the lack of there being a memory. You know, it wasn't really a memory situation because, for example, that the whole building falling over and then him being able to lift it, like why? You know, it wasn't really something that was explained. It seemed like it could have gone that direction, but it didn't by the end of even episode 4. Maybe it's not that.
Well, she did say, you know, I can't create memories.
Right. Which is why I said, like, the only thing that it really lacks is the creation of memory. Oh, yeah, like she doesn't create memories. She just uses off of people's others' memories. And we don't remember Loki from any of that. At least so far that we've seen in the series or anything to specify that, you know?
Mhm.
But it was, it was one of those things that was really left unexplained.
Yeah.
Why he did it.
Yeah, and then how did this one end?
Lamentis?
Yeah.
It ended where they were running to the ark and they were trying to get on the ark and then it just blew up in front of them.
Yeah, when they're sitting there, which was the Loki Sylvie romantic angle is just weird.
It's a little weird. Yeah, it's a little
Masturbation?
weird.
Yeah.
Is it
it's
masturbation at
to
that
the
point,
max.
right?
to the max.
It's a little weird, and even Mobius kind of talks about that a little bit,
Yeah.
you know, later on.
It's a little incestuous, maybe.
I mean, but see, then what do
they're
you
not,
consider
brother
it?
and
I mean,
sister.
they're
not.
It's
They're just
masturbation. He's
but
doing
the-
himself, basically, just
So-
from a different timeline.
So then is it okay? So then that's where exactly right.
Yeah.
So then it becomes one of those things where it's like, all right, cool.
like you're
What does it
you're
mean?
not related. You're literally me.
Yourself.
So,
What kind of kid is that though? Because I mean, that's.
but they're not related like that, are they?
I mean, no, but
They're not from the same genes. That's kind of weird too. Like, what if like they do like a
Yeah.
23andMe or like a DNA test? Like, do they have the same like DNA strands? No, right? They can't. Right.
It's a Virgin Mary situation at that point.
I wonder if it doesn't like it. You end up not being yourself then because you are from a different dimension, a different multiverse. So technically, it's not you in that situation, right? Because it's different. It's like
My
different
brain
places.
hurts.
It wasn't really. It was something that definitely triggered thought, and then
Yeah.
like, is this weird or not? Like, it was one of those questions for sure.
I mean, yeah. It's yeah. I
It's a
mean,
little weird.
Loki would fall in love with himself though. So
Yeah, I mean that is
but
another
if
level of narcissism.
but if you look at it, like, is it really narcissism though? Because she's different from him.
Mm-hmm.
She's
is true.
really
Yeah.
different from him. She has qualities that Loki himself doesn't possess at the time. You know, like he's developing them. Like we're seeing him develop actual emotions. Like when Mobius is pruned, he's distraught about it. Like he's like if you look at his face and he starts even tearing up a bit, you know. So when has Loki ever really been attached to someone like that? He's usually like, right, you know, and even then he's just, you can see he feels something for Mobius, you know.
Yeah.
So we see him evolving, but he and Sylvie are not the same. So
Right.
I don't think it's a narcissistic quality because she's something that he's not. So
With the same name.
her name is Sylvie.
Well,
She changed her name.
Yeah, it
She
is
was
an
like, "Fuck
alias.
that."
Yeah, exactly. She said that too.
Yeah, she says that's not her. So
Yeah, I mean, moving on to the next episode where you see her getting kidnapped as a child.
oh,
You know,
Yeah.
for the beginning scene, I thought that was cool. She was playing with
yeah.
a little the Valkyrie.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was really cool. I was like, oh, that's cute.
Yeah. There was something I wanted to say about the previous episode.
Go
By
ahead.
the way, they did point out that Loki and even Sylvie, to an extent, are both bisexual. So that was kind of a thing. You guys remember that? No.
No,
Am I the
I
only-
do
okay, so
not.
Yeah.
they were on the
On the
train.
train.
Yeah, they were on the train and they were having a conversation because Sylvie was talking about how like she had a guy that she loved in a certain apocalypse.
Yeah.
He was just a mailman, at the end of
Yes.
the day. And then she goes to ask Loki.
He's delivering packages
he-
all day.
to her. Yeah. So then she brought up, well, what about you? I'm sure there's a princess that that you have something for, right?
That's actually exactly the part where right when you mentioned the princess is the part where I stopped trying to rewatch the episode because you guys were about to get here.
So you missed the bisexual
I
part.
missed the bisexual part.
Yeah.
Because then that's when she goes, or is it a prince? And he goes, well, it's been a little bit of both, to be honest, So I'm like, oh,
But
there you go.
it makes sense though, for if you know Norse mythology, you know that Loki is gender fluid.
Okay.
Yeah,
As
just put
where
it in
he-
any hole.
Well, he can transform into a female or male.
Yeah,
So-
and that's what happens, I believe, with the comic book Loki as well. Like he
Mhm.
goes from being a male to a female
Mhm.
as well. I mean, from what I know, I don't really know that much about it though. So, and then they said that also she was like, she kind of admitted to the same, was like, oh yeah, well, it's it's a little bit of both for sure,
Yeah.
in that moment. So I thought that was pretty interesting because this was
I'm waiting
also
for that episode.
Megan.
She's down.
I'll watch
Yeah.
it.
I thought it was interesting because we just ended Pride Month on top of that, right, guys? Okay, no.
Yeah.
So, but aside from that,
So are
there-
we done being gay? Is that it? You get
Yeah,
a month?
and
That's
over.
it? Oh,
It's
that's
over
it. You're straight
June.
now?
That's it.
All right,
Yeah,
gotcha.
by curious now.
Oh, okay.
So, that was by curious month. No, but there was also an article that we were talking about at one point, even possibly covering, but which characters, like Marvel should finally kind of introduce as being gay or bisexual, blah blah. And I think Loki was actually one of those characters.
Well,
in that-
Loki
in
makes
that article.
sense. I don't like it when it's just forced.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mean, so one of the things is, and I know Megan hates talking about this right now, but Doctor Who,
Okay.
the way they've been doing it
Mhm.
recently
Yeah, yeah.
in recent episodes, because for instance, there was Captain Jack in earlier
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
seasons,
Oh,
right?
Captain
Yeah.
Jack.
And Captain Jack
That
is
dude was my heart.
amazing.
I
He's
love-
such a
yeah.
great character,
He
right?
was, right.
And just hi, Captain Jack Harkness.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and just the doc. Oh, stop it!
Yeah.
Right? He's always flirting, but then now every character, it's just, did you know I'm gay? I'm gay. Hey, I'm gay.
Yeah.
I'm pretty gay. You know I'm gay, right?
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah,
dude,
it's,
you know, gay people don't talk like this, right?
Yeah. I don't go around telling people everybody I'm
Yes,
gay.
you do.
I mean,
When I met
no.
you, you're like, "Hello, I'm gay,"
Well,
and I
because
was
the
like,
whole
"Oh,
because the whole
what's your
premise
actual
of
name?"
this show was
kidding.
I am the
I'm just
gay. God, Megan, are you a girl? No, I'm just kidding.
We don't know.
We will never know.
But no, I think like in I think they did it like properly because like it's not forced. It's not like, oh well, we're just doing this because like we need a gay character or a queer character. I don't know if gay would be the right vernacular, so I'm gonna go with queer. But yeah, I'm gonna go with queer. That might be better. Kind of encompasses all, right? But so I feel like it was just like it's just stated. Makes sense. Loki
Mhm.
is gender fluid in Norse mythology, so that makes sense. And it's not really like that big of a deal to me. Like it doesn't make me feel like, oh, another gay
It's
character.
not a slap to your face, is
Yeah,
what you're saying.
well, I mean,
Well, no, I
no
don't.
one's like
Yeah, I don't mean that
whatever
like you're
anyone's
being
doing is
slapped.
not a
Yeah,
slap
yeah.
to my face,
Right,
but
right, right.
it's just not so in your face, I guess.
I got you.
Like it's more like, hey, he's here's a bisexual character, and
Mhm.
it's like cool,
Yeah.
like nice,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, it makes sense. It
Yeah.
fits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was definitely super casual.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't like an emphasis or over.
yeah, let's keep
dramatic
talking
about it.
about
Yeah,
it kind of
right,
thing. It
right.
was just like, oh yeah, like oh yeah, a little both, we're good.
They were
and
talking
I'm
about
like,
like the love and stuff like that they've had. Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
It was an interesting scene. I thought it was cute, and again, I brought it up because of what we talked about previously. So, they were also called devils at one point. I don't know if you guys remember that when Homegirl was in the.
Again, I don't remember
Oh
much.
my goodness.
oh my god, Jose,
This
this
is all-
is literally your job.
I mean, so when they go to, they're trying to find a power source for the tempad,
Yes.
right?
Oh.
And yeah, she blasts
Yeah.
Sylvie, right? And then wait, where was I going with this?
They're called devils.
Oh, devils, yeah.
Yeah.
So she calls them devils at
You
one
brought
point.
this up.
I know, totally. Like, what was I talking about? But yeah, she then she goes, "What are you devils doing here?" Like that was the first thing she called them. Very specific too. Like, and again, because
Mephisto.
we've been seeing a lot of devil references through the.
Well, again,
through
it's
yeah.
probably just a horn helmet.
Of course, yeah, but I mean, Loki doesn't really have one of those yet.
But he transformed.
He did transform
and
it.
that's
Yeah,
And
and I
it's
got
pretty
it.
demonic.
Yeah, I got it. It was just to me, it was like, oh, they're very specific to the devils. I'm not saying anything about Mephisto. I don't because
It sounds like you are though.
I'm just saying
Is
they
it
you said
Mephisto?
you
pointed
brought
out
it up
devils.
before too.
They
Anyone
brought it
else?
up devils. They brought up devils is what I was trying to say. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
Honestly, for me, again, 3 was not that. It wasn't that eventful for me. I mean, yeah, there were talking points, and there were more introduction to the character,
Mhm.
Or characters, I should say, because Loki, we got to learn a little bit more about him. But in general, it wasn't that interesting to me. I thought episode 4 was like
For
way
sure.
more interesting.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, between the two, for sure. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, episode 4 really put it into a different gear. Getting to see Mobius again was great
Yes.
because we totally missed him in Lamentus.
Yeah, it's true. You're right.
And I did miss him.
Yeah.
I was like, I need me some more Owen Wilson.
Yeah.
He's been so great in the show.
Yeah.
And seeing him again, having to deal with Loki and that whole interrogation scene again, and Loki trying to explain to him, this is what's going on, and he's just like, yeah, like I'm gonna believe you, bud.
Yeah, at this
You know?
point, yeah, exactly.
But then that time loop prison that he put Loki in was that was
Yes.
hilarious.
And it was
That
cool,
was
right?
sad.
I mean, it was sad, it was cool, but
It was
this is a really consistent thing about Marvel, and this is what I talked about before with Marvel. Lady Sif was still the same Lady Sif,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And that was to me so on point. Like I like that about Marvel. It's even Lady Sif or even like those background characters that sometimes you don't really notice that much are almost the same actors every time.
Fun fact.
Yes.
That's also in Norse mythology where he cuts off Sif's hair for a joke,
Oh,
but that
cool.
also leads to Mjolnir being created. So I learned that John Solo.
Dun, dun,
Yeah,
dun,
he's great.
dun.
Cool.
Yeah, it's. I just thought that was neat how they actually are putting Norse mythology into it.
I don't know enough about Norse mythology, so thank you.
Hmm.
That's interesting.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Wow. Learning so much.
There was a word in Lamentus that I
Are you going back?
I'm just saying.
Move on.
Because we talked about you learn something new. So I talked about hedonistic is what they said. So it just means that they engage in the pursuit of pleasure a lot. So I thought that was a cool word. The word of the day, guys. You're welcome.
Oh my God.
Wow. So that happened.
It's gonna
So
be
so,
Are-
so
are
how
we
was
allowed
Army
to
of the
move
Dead?
on
yes,
now, or-
yes. Let's go back to
He's gonna
um,
start complaining about containers. Stop.
the Nexus. The Nexus. Don't get me on that one. I have pictures now.
All right. So yes. So we see her taken as a little girl.
Yep.
And her escape was still pretty cool too.
Yep.
you know. And even in I think I'm not sure if it was this episode or Lamentis where she mentions, you know, I taught myself how to do all of this. You know, I taught myself all this magic
Mhm.
because I was wondering. I was like, how does she know how to do all this stuff? You know, if she's just lived lived in the she's lived through how many apocalypses at the
Right.
apocalypse?
She said thousands of worlds too, is what she
Oh,
said.
you know what I
Apocalypse.
thought is interesting too? Their upbringings must have been really different
Mhm.
because she was able to fight them off and escape. Like she's still a little fierce warrior.
Yeah.
Or maybe
Mm,
her like maybe she had something with the Valkyries.
Yeah.
We don't know, you know.
Yeah.
But Loki's combat is, oh boy.
Yeah.
Like he really
Lots of sparkles.
It's lacking.
he can't fight like hand to hand combat. I'm like, Loki, hurry up, bro.
Mhm.
Like she's already like beat up like 10
Yeah.
guys and you're over here on number 1 still.
Yeah. Well, she's been chased all of her life then, right? Because she was kidnapped when she was a child.
But that's what I mean. Like
Mhm.
as a kid, even when you know when she does escape, like
Yeah.
she has
oh,
little
yeah, that's right.
moves. So
Mhm.
I'm like, okay, like
Yeah.
she's must have been a fierce little warrior when,
True.
even as a child.
Right.
And we have Loki over here just fucking making fireworks.
Right.
I'm like, dude.
Sparkles.
Yeah,
Sparkles.
there is that scene at the end when they're with the timekeepers where she's facing off 2 guys.
Yeah.
And he's, you know, he's just going up against
Right.
he's
And
one-on-one,
Ramona.
which to me is a little it's reminiscent of Iron Man 2 where Black Widow and Happy
yeah.
Oh yeah.
break
Yeah,
in,
yeah.
and
that's
Happy's
true.
fighting one guy and Black
Yeah.
Widow just takes out everybody.
Yeah, everybody.
He's
He's
just
like,
like,
I
I
got
got him.
I got you. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. It's hilarious. Yeah, her when she was a kid, by the way, she had black hair, and then obviously she kind of changed it up like as she progressed. So I thought that was a kind of an interesting,
I
you know,
think
to the comic
she
books.
kind of had to. Like,
Well, yeah, 'cause she was jumping around.
Yeah, well, yeah, so she can hide a
Yeah.
little better.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
Well, and that's probably before she even realized that she can hide in Apocalypse as well.
Mm.
It's
Plus she
Apocalypse,
doesn't-
right?
Huh?
Like it's just Apocalypse. That's
Is
what
it?
you call them.
Our apocalypse?
Is that already like a
Plural?
plural word?
I don't know.
Should I Google it?
Apocalypses?
Apocalypse.
Apocalypse side.
Apocalypse.
Gross. That sounds just gross to me.
But no.
Apocalypse.
Let's see.
That would make sense.
Spending way
Wait.
too much time on that.
English lesson, folks.
Every time. Do we just not know how to speak English?
No.
Oh my god.
English is a complicated language.
Oh, we've been speaking English all our lives.
Yeah.
Have we been speaking it well, though?
Yeah, I know. Have we been trying?
Oh, apparently not.
I'm gonna say it's Apocalypse. I don't
I'm like,
see.
is your mic cutting in and out?
It's the remix. No, because see, I'm only seeing Apocalypse. Like I'm not seeing plural. Oh, Apocalypses. Yes.
Okay, see?
There you go. Thank you, Megan. You're
You're
correct.
welcome.
You speak English.
All
Oh,
right.
my
Right.
life, baby.
Really? Because I Googled it. This is the first thing that pops up, Jaime.
It was acting weird on my phone. I don't know what's wrong with this. Okay. Anyway,
All right. So since she was hiding in apocalypses,
Apocalypses just sounds weird though. Okay. So, but yeah. Yeah. So that's why she couldn't be found. Stuff like that, right? That's what we're
No,
saying.
you're talking about why are you forgetting your points?
This Apocalypses thing threw
Oh
me
my
off.
god, I'm
for
glad that I
myself.
started paying attention.
What did I say?
You were talking about her hair.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was just saying that she changed her hair, you know, probably because of that, right?
You
That's
can't
what
just
I said.
say it so casually now, like, oh well, yeah, I was
No,
just
'cause I did
saying
say
no
that.
because you forgot.
Well,
what
of
you
course
were
I was
talking
saying
Because
that.
I
about.
was again referencing the comic book Lady Loki. You know,
Uh-huh.
like how, remember we talked about
yeah,
her
in the
having
last
black
episode you
hair.
mentioned
Yeah, so she had black hair.
she
And
was
I
more
just-
Loki-like.
She's more Loki like, and this time she has blonde hair. You can see some of the black now too in her hair, and then she hides in Apocalypses.
Oh my god.
All right, so that was one hell of a turn.
And you suddenly forgot what he's talking
That was a
about.
nice little detour.
It's like what I just said.
Yeah, a bunch of people called the scene where Loki was walking up to Sylvie when she was sitting down, kind of like being depressed, at, like watching the planet get
Yeah.
destroyed.
Oh, and we're back.
Everybody thought.
Oh no,
that-
we're in the first one.
We're st-
I'm
But
just
we're in
back
the
to
right
Lamentis.
episode now, Megan. Thank you. Anyway, so she's sitting down. I mean, it was in Lamentis where it took place, but it was it was the 4th episode. Anyway, everybody thought that it was Black Widow. I thought it was Black
Oh,
Widow
that's
for like
right,
a
in the
split
trailers.
second. It didn't make sense to me. I was like, why is Black Widow in this? You know?
I think it was because of the color.
Yeah.
But once I realized that it was Lady Loki, I
Mhm.
was like, oh, it's just Loki sitting with Loki.
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's not Black
Yeah,
Widow.
it was just such a like in that moment you just kind of, and I saw a lot of people like make memes about it and
Yeah.
stuff like
Wishful
that.
thinking.
Wishful
Yeah,
thinking is
they're
like Black
just
Widow.
like,
They're
"She's
like,
back."
oh Black Widow, and then it's the picture of Sylvie from the side, and they're just like, oh, but I like Sylvie, so.
Yeah, I try not to look. I try not to watch trailers too much.
Mhm.
I do like to be surprised at everything that's happening. I know sometimes it is unavoidable. I've watched probably one or two of the Black Widow trailers, which is next week, right?
Yeah,
Oh, on the 9th, yes. Oh,
Huh? Yeah.
I
This
gotta get my
week.
tickets. I haven't bought my tickets.
oh, neither have I.
Shame.
I might have to wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna wait. I either if I can't get tickets, I'll just buy it on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I
It's
was
not
thinking
a
like
big deal.
Megan's loaded like
duh,
that.
I forgot about that.
Shut up.
I
No, I'm
kind of
not.
want to go see it in theater myself, though. Too. So
I would like to as well.
I might
but
do it like
Why
Wednesday.
not both?
Yeah. Oh wait, it doesn't come out till Friday or something like that.
Yeah.
No one's rich like you, Jose.
We all know you're loaded, Megan.
No, we all know you're loaded apparently because why not both? No, it's one or the other. Like-
We really got stuck on this Black Widow thing.
Oh yeah, Loki, fellas.
Loki.
Remember that?
My bad.
No, it's cool. This episode to me, I liked a lot of what like the realization from everybody,
Yeah.
right? Kind of coming into like the understanding that the TVA is not necessarily who they say they are. We discovered that that everybody who works in TVA are actually variants and were just kidnapped by the authority. So there was a lot of like that, right? Even C20 supposedly passed away, but B15, she came to a realization, and that was such a powerful scene to me.
And you can see when she's talking, like when she's asking about B20.
Yeah.
And you can see her
Oh, C20.
concern. C20.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
Sure.
But you can you're lucky I got the number right. But you can see the concern. Like she's concerned. Like she's
Yeah,
like, and
yeah.
she wasn't like that before. She was more like stoic,
Cold,
more like,
Yes.
well, we got to get the job done. We got to get the variants. And then
Right.
she's like,
It's true.
what's going on?
Yeah.
Like she has more feeling.
Yeah, yeah.
So
yeah.
it's just, it was really a change.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Where they ended up in Haven Hills, that apocalypse.
Yeah.
When they ended up in
Apocalypse
when they ended up in that apocalypse, that scene was so like you felt the emotion in a B15's
Mhm.
face, and that she's
Yeah.
a really great actress. Like
She is.
I was really into like her character in general, and I'm happy that she's one of the ones that's been kind of awakened, if you will.
She's woke.
She's woken.
Oh, God.
But yeah, so I like that. Mobius, same thing, kind of come into the realization, and yeah, like everybody just kind of changing a lot of people changing their minds about what's going on.
It's kind of cool when Mobius is talking to B15, like because he's trying to go, he wants to go talk to Sylvie,
Yeah.
but he's all, what's interesting that we've no, I think he's not talking, he's talking to Ravonna, I think, where he's like, we've captured Titans, and he says something else, and he goes, and vampires, and I'm like, is that Blade? Is that what's his name, Morbius? Who's this vampire? Tell me, So I thought that was kind of cool to bring like maybe Blade into the MCU.
Morbius might be unlikely because that's still Sony.
Yeah, but
Yeah, wishful thinking.
What?
Is it Sony?
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought it was Fox for a second.
Disney owns Fox.
Yeah.
No? Okay.
Yeah, Spider-Man is Sony. So
Oh, okay.
Spider-Man
that's right.
and all
That's
of
right.
his characters
Yeah.
are Sony
That's right.
because Sony will not let go of those rights.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't blame them.
yeah, you can't blame them, especially the way Spider-Man has taken off.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
And even though they almost ran him into the ground with the Amazing Spider-Man series.
I like the Amazing Spider-Man series.
Yeah.
Of course you do.
I like Gwen Stacy. Well, I like Emma Stone.
I like
a
her
lot.
too. But
I thought she did a really great job as Gwen Stacy.
Stacy.
Yeah.
she did. But did you see
Yeah.
the movie?
He did not. He just got entranced by Emma Stone, and that was it.
Yeah.
But you know what? I can't blame you though.
She's gorgeous. And then as Gwen Stacy on top of that, she just has such a personality that she really like kind of captures it to me.
Yeah, but Andrew Garfield was just
Was he?
Andrew Garfield was too cool to be Peter Parker.
You think so?
I think he was too cool to be Peter Parker.
Hmm.
He's just this good-looking kid with great hair who skateboards.
I mean, but I don't know. What about the current Spider-Man? I can't remember his name.
Are you saying Tom Holland's not good looking?
I was gonna say, yeah, like
I mean,
he's a really
Tom,
good looking
Tom Holland's
guy.
a geek though.
Yeah, he's dorky.
I don't
He's
know.
adorable.
I like Andrew Garfield.
Like I'm pretty sure Tom Holland's the kind of kid that got beat up in high school.
Aww.
I think Tom Holland still gets beat up now.
Who's hurting him? No.
By the Avengers.
Oh, I think what's his name? Anthony Mackie,
Yeah.
and what's his name? Sebastian Stan. They like pick on him. like, all
Yeah,
the time.
I could totally see that.
Bullies.
Oh. But I like Andrew Garfield. I thought he did pretty well. And then I like Spider-Man too. I know a lot of people didn't like Electro. There was that like nerdy side of Electro that kind of sucked. But when he was Electro, I thought those were some badass scenes to me.
Oh my god.
I liked them a lot.
Oh my god.
Electro.
You know what this man watched? He watched freaking Army of the Dead for
I like
like
it.
you know like
I think he
4
watches
times.
it once a week.
You know,
I've
yeah,
considered
I think
watching it
he's
again.
exactly.
I'm like, what if there's more to this movie?
Oh my god. What's hidden for you?
No, I'm just joking around.
He's not.
Masochist.
Joking around. Torture. So
I mean, hopefully we do get to see that whole Spider-Man being that whole multiverse affecting. Well, of course, it's gonna affect Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
I think Funko released their Funkos, right?
And there were spoilers.
Yeah, they have like the costumes, like the 3 different the new costumes for Spider-Man.
No way.
So it's the Black Spider, I think.
Spoilers.
Well, I'm not showing you, I'm just telling you.
Or you're describing them
With detail, Megan.
It's
With
black and yellow.
Oh my god.
But and
Oh.
He's kind of doing it.
then,
No,
and
I
then
know what you're
the
talking
other
about.
one is geez, I think it's in the integrated suit, which is Doctor Strange put like his integrated magic
Oh,
Like,
into the suit.
yes.
Oh, does he have a cape almost?
No, he has
okay.
like he has like the I forgot what it's called.
The eye of something?
Agamotto.
Yeah, but like the Eye of Agamotto is the amulet itself,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
the actual sparkles.
Yeah, I know the spells.
The spell, yeah,
Whatever, sure.
the spell yellow thing.
Yeah,
right?
like the things that he calls with his hand.
Yeah, he has one like on his chest,
Okay.
and then it's like in the like spider webby kind of.
Oh.
It's kind of cool, and then he can conjure with his like hand or something. It's pretty cool. And
Yeah.
then the last one was what was the last one?
I don't know.
I forgot, but yeah, I was watching that. I was like,
I don't-
oh, wow.
I don't get why they do
Spoil
that.
it for me.
To be honest, yeah.
Because they already had the
No, I know. I understand like the licensing, right? Was that what you're gonna say? Yeah, it's cool.
Not just that is they have to have these toys ready for launch.
So why not launch them like on
because-
the date
because
of
there are
release?
leaks.
Huh?
Because there are leaks. That's
They're
it.
leaks.
Yeah.
Make it, baby. I
But,
want to
the
see.
toys come out beforehand.
That
too,
was
though.
that was the reason.
I used to collect Funko Pop.
That was the reason why people had such a hard time getting the Baby Yoda action figures or toys, because they knew that they would make these before it was revealed on the show,
Mm.
so they didn't give up the design
Oh.
until after the show was released. That's why for such a long time, that was the toy to have, because
Oh.
there were none.
Oh, because they didn't want to
They have like
spoil
off-brand
it
ones.
either.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
okay. I mean, I like the idea of not being spoiled.
Yeah, like I said, it's the reason I don't really watch trailers. And I
Yeah.
kind of screwed up and watched like
Yeah.
a clip of the next episode of Loki,
Right.
and I was like, oh man.
I don't do that either anymore. Yeah.
I love it.
like
It gives
spoilers?
me
No,
something
that's
to
cool.
like look forward to.
That's
but
cool.
it's not like I don't watch like if it's like an actual like I do watch trailers,
Like
but I
plot
mean
point.
yeah, I don't like that. Like
Yeah.
I'd rather just see like
What could possibly
little
come.
things.
Mm,
Yeah, because you
okay.
never know if it's really gonna be in there or if it's not. Because
Yeah.
even Lego has
Uh-huh.
like some of the design or whatever.
Yeah.
Everything is awesome.
But
I can't hear Lego without that song coming into my
Aw.
head, and now it'll be stuck in my head for the next 6 months.
You're welcome. But they have some stuff like for their Lego sets or whatever, like a
Mm.
scene or whatever, but it's not for sure. Like sometimes they include things that are
Yeah.
not that are not in the movie or stuff like that.
Got
So
it, yeah.
they're toys.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, and it's not anything that's gonna be like telling you what's happening.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like, look, there's this idea,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, Yay!
Well, and so so since we're still on this topic a little bit, the one issue, so with Funko Pop specifically, I collect those, right? Well, I collected them.
Yeah,
I don't-
we
talked
remember
about
there's
that.
over a grand of
Yeah,
over a grand
just
worth,
in
right?
one, yes. But
You live in Long Beach, right?
no, I don't. So I watch RuPaul's Drag Race as well. It's about drag queens, in case you guys don't know.
I watch RuPaul's Drag Race.
Oh, awesome. So did you see the All Stars where Trixie won?
Yeah.
Okay. So before All Stars, that Trixie won, there was 3 Funko Pops that came out centered around some of the winners. So Alaska was one of them. I don't remember who the other 2 were. I mean, I don't remember who the other one was, but one of them was Trixie. And I told my fiance, I was like, if Trixie wins, this toy was a spoiler essentially, because they came out well before the finale of the show. And Trixie won. Like, she won that season. And to me, it was like, well, it was kind of obvious that Trixie was going to win because of the toy. Like, to me, it's like, why would they pick 2 winners and then Trixie Mattel if she's not going to be a winner, you know? And so that's the only thing, and that's a huge show, right? Like, everybody loves that show. Excuse me, a lot of certain people like this show because Jose doesn't watch it.
I know my neighbor loves it.
Yeah, it's a fun show. We should get you into it.
I'm good.
And we can talk about it.
I'm good. Yeah, I will sit back and listen.
Okay, see, there you go. But yeah, that's just my thought about specific spoilers in regards to like plot points and stuff like that. That's my thought. But next, they were causing a Nexus event.
Oh yeah, because of that.
Their interaction on Lamentus, not the Lamentus episode, but the Nexus event episode. They were causing a Nexus event just by being and talking and engaging and loving each other. I guess they were going to cause a Nexus.
Themselves.
Yeah. So I wonder if what Sylvie was gonna cause was also what was being caused by them to kind of engaging or being themselves in that moment.
Probably because
it's a big deal.
Yeah, because the way she was trying to do it is cause multiple fractures in the timeline, so that they couldn't get to all of them.
Yeah.
So I mean, if that one could have caused the same thing, I think it would have eventually spiraled into that multiverse that she's trying to create.
What I meant was like, you know how the reason that Sylvie was taken from her timeline was because she was going to cause some crazy Nexus event. Yeah. When Loki and Sylvie were kind of in that moment, right, where they were like just really in each other's like eyes or whatever. It seemed like there was going to be maybe that's why they were trying to stop her, because later on even Verona was like, oh, I don't remember why, but it seems like there's a big impact that's going to happen, either based on that, how Sylvie was, or based on what's going to happen, even with Loki and Sylvie, so they really focused on it like a lot.
I feel like, because Of course, Ravonna remembered. She had that little smirk on her face, like, I don't remember.
She knew. Yeah, she
knew.
But
I think it was, I feel like it was something small, like something dumb. Like she skipped school one day. I feel like it was,
and it threw off the whole timeline.
Actually, what I was thinking, anyways, sorry, I sidetracked myself.
Was that a bell? Was that a bell moment? And we don't know.
You okay?
No, I'm good.
You're fine.
I'm good. Okay, so no, because I was recording and I wasn't paying attention.
Oh my God.
But I came back in. But anyways, so what I was thinking, I think you guys are talking about like why they took her. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think they're kind of just taking all the Lokis. Or trying to get rid of like Lokis that are like I guess problematic, and I think she would be one of them. Because at the end, at the end credits, we have Kid Loki, Boastful Loki, Classic Loki, and then we have Croaky, the crocodile Loki. First of all, adorable, right? People keep calling him an alligator. Is that an alligator? I thought it was a crocodile, right?
Wait, crocodiles have the rounded snout.
That's what I thought. And people were like, oh, it's an alligator. And I'm like, that's a fucking crocodile, my friend.
I just was like alligator. Alligator.
Alligoki doesn't have the same ring.
No. Alligator.
Croaky sounds better.
It does. That's cute. Yeah. Crocodile Loki. Cute.
But so I'm thinking maybe because there was other Lokis too that they had captured and
Yeah.
pruned or sent away, because you had that Hulk-looking Loki. You had
that's right.
the hippie Loki
In the first one,
like
right?
Rasta
Yeah,
Loki. I
there was
think.
one that won like some tournament or something like that. Like it was
like
like
a
sports.
running kind of Loki,
Yeah.
or biking.
I
He
would've
looked
thought
like he was in
biking. Yeah, that's the
bike
first thing I
shorts.
would have said.
The Lance Armstrong lookalike.
Yeah.
Looking Loki.
Yeah, so there was different kind of Lokis,
Yeah.
and I'm wondering if they were just kind of taking these Lokis and putting them.
What do we miss?
So, in my head, since I said Lance Armstrong looking Loki, I just thought Lance Armstrong.
You can't even say it.
Lance Armstrong.
Gross.
That's a good one though. That's a good one. That's stroking.
Arm stroking.
I can't even say it right.
I
But yeah,
know.
that's hilarious.
That's why I laughed about it way before I was able to say it.
Yeah, you did. So Megan, what was your thought about the rest of that? So it's just
So I was
Lokis.
just thinking like they were just probably taking Lokis and then like putting them like so they don't disturb the timeline. But then again, I was also thinking like, are they controlling all of the timelines or just a certain timeline?
Well, they want to keep one big timeline is what they were trying to do.
Yeah, I know that's what they said,
Yeah,
but I don't trust them anymore now. Like,
well, yeah,
clearly, like,
yeah.
but so I was wondering like maybe like they're trying to control like a certain group of timelines. Probably not all of the timelines. If it is Kang the Conqueror, like maybe it's just a certain timeline. Because obviously at the end, like we get the timekeepers are
androids.
Yeah.
This is a Zack
Spoiler
Snyder
alert.
movie. Well, I mean, the whole thing is a spoiler anyway. What we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But maybe
spoilers. In case you guys didn't know.
I know.
But
Down this.
Here we are, 48 minutes into the episode.
Exactly.
You're welcome. But
Thank you, Megan.
That's not a more you know.
Yeah.
That's not a more you know.
You're learning all these things.
You're learning all these things.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Sorry, guys.
California earthquake.
It was me. I kicked it.
But yeah, so I don't know, like, but that's I guess more intricate or whatever. But yeah, I was thinking of maybe they're like collecting Lokis because Loki is supposed to be chaos. Like that's what they represent, right?
Yeah.
So chaos for the timeline. So I'm wondering if they're just trying to collect all the Lokis and then just kind of put them in a different location or in a different, let's say, timeline, because we don't know where they are. And if it's Kang and they're in the quantum realm, because that's where his thing is, right? Are they putting him somewhere, like a different kind of like little planet that he made or something like that? Because there's a collection of Lokis apparently.
Yeah.
Variant purgatory.
Yeah. But so it's not even only Lokis though at that point, right? Because if you think about everybody that's been pruned, quote unquote, I mean, why did Loki go to this specific universe, but everybody else, where did they go, right? I don't think Mobius is dead, number one, right? I don't think it was like the end of Mobius.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah. So to me, he has to be in a certain specific place, right? Same thing with
again,
all
back
Lokis.
to why I don't watch trailers.
Yeah.
So I watched a
No.
bit of a trailer of the next episode.
Well, don't tell me. I haven't
No,
watched
let's
it.
not talk about it.
All right.
I
mean,
I don't want you to spoil it for me.
It's a trailer.
Well, don't spoil it for me.
And don't spoil it for
like
everybody.
Like we're spoiling it for everyone else here. Don't spoil it for me. I don't want that to happen to me.
But this is different though. It's been a few days since the last episode came out. So if you haven't watched it already and you don't know that's what we do, then
Like,
that's what
dude,
we do.
it's old. Like, no, I'm just kidding.
It's
What
like
are you
4
doing
days
to
old.
At
yourself?
this point, it's almost a week old.
You gotta
by the
catch
time
up.
this episode's released.
Otherwise, don't watch it yet. Don't listen to us now this late into the podcast. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, we'll talk about it, Jose, someday. Promise.
We'll talk about it next week.
Next week. I like the initial reveal of the timekeepers, and I like the way they were designed in the like the final scene that they were in as well. It was such a cool design, especially the one that looks like he has a mustache and kind of talks like a grandpa. Like, he was such a cool character. I'm gonna kind of throw something out there too, because I'm like, in regards to, not necessarily, I don't know why I just got this thought. I feel like, considering they're androids, what if it is like an AI that's kind of controlling or trying to control the timeline? Wouldn't it be crazy if Miss Minutes was like the evil, the evil controller of time?
No, that's interesting.
Just a thought. It came to me one day and I was like, oh, Wouldn't that be crazy? Because there's a lot of reference to her too. If you think about like even the entrance to the timekeepers, there's like this wall of clocks, obviously. You know? And
Well,
it just
because,
made me think
you
of
know,
her. I mean, yeah, it's about the time.
Yeah.
I know Jose,
I'm just saying.
but there's a lot of little references to her, and I don't know. It was just a
Yeah, and
thought.
I don't think we've talked enough about the fact that Tara Strong, who voices Miss Minutes, is one of the few people that walks among both, you know, Marvel and DC.
Oh,
Because she also does Harley Quinn
okay.
in
Cool.
the Adventures of Harley Quinn. Is that what it's called?
Mm.
No, on
I have no
HBO.
idea.
Oh, you haven't seen the
I haven't
Adventures
seen
of?
it,
Oh,
no.
it's pretty funny.
I don't have HBO.
Oh, but it's pretty funny when she keeps saying that Batman fucks bats.
Oh my god, that sounds fun.
That
I'm gonna
was-
probably
that
watch
was
it now.
I think that was where this whole the whole. Did you guys hear about the controversy that Batman does not go down on women?
Oh
Yeah,
my
I sent
God.
that to you.
Yeah,
I was
so-
the guy.
Yeah,
That's rude.
Well, thank
Credit
you.
where credit is due.
Oh my goodness.
Well, yeah, because heroes don't do that, and I'd like to say that that's exactly what heroes do. but yeah, like DC wouldn't let that. I think it was because of that show. Like they wanted to put that in that show
Oh,
because
okay.
that show is not kid friendly.
Oh yeah.
It is
Yeah.
it is gruesome, brutal, and
Yeah.
oh so funny.
I heard it's really good. So
Yeah, it's a great show.
probably gonna be
But
the
it's also
show
Tara
I'm talking about.
Strong that voices Harley Quinn in that TV show.
Oh, cool.
I think Arlene Sorkin was the original. Don't quote me
Yeah.
on that. But Tara Strong
Yeah.
is also the voice of Miss Minutes.
Cool. I mean, it was just a thought that came to me. Like I was like, hey, maybe Miss Minutes is the evil one.
Yeah,
because I'm sorry. What were you gonna say?
no, yeah, because something's obviously controlling them.
Yeah, they were robots, so I'm just thinking Matrix kind of idea almost, you know. Also, I mean, we saw them, and then it like ends up not being like the Kang character that everybody kind of thought it was, right? Like,
Yeah.
or is that what Kang looks like in Timekeeper form?
He doesn't look like any of them.
He does.
Yeah.
He didn't end up looking like any of them. Yeah, like what we all initially thought. But yeah.
I know there's like a comic where the timekeepers come to one of the kings because
Mhm.
there's like multiple kings.
Mm. Yeah, yeah.
So because the timekeepers are created like at the end of time, I think, some shit like that. And they come back to King, so he can create a timeline kind of to save it, like
Okay.
from it being destroyed or whatever.
Mhm.
And at that point, he's called King the Immortal,
Mm.
or Immortus, something like that, something with immortal in it, right? So I'm wondering if maybe this is just a different version of King, because I mean, obviously there's infinite, not infinite, but let's just say different,
Like multiverses of them.
yeah, and different versions of, let's say, Jaime, right?
Yeah, of course.
And now there should be different versions of King.
Is there a straight Jaime out there?
Probably.
Because that's just weird.
That is weird. I agree.
Yeah.
I want to say
There are sparks coming out of Megan's head right now.
heteroist,
By Furious.
heterophobic. That's heterophobic.
Oh my god. Okay.
I will do it. Okay, they do it. The woke people do it all the time. Okay, I'll just make up words all the time too.
Stop it.
Like, jeez.
But yeah.
But yeah, like, so I was wondering if it was just going to be like different Kangs, you know, like different versions maybe.
Yeah. And that's what would cause like
But I mean, it'd probably be too complicated.
no, it could be though, because remember we even talked about possibly Secret Wars, because wasn't there Secret Wars where
Mhm.
like the Kangs were fighting the Avengers,
Mhm.
right? Is that Secret Wars?
Yeah.
We talked about this a few
Yeah,
few
we did, I
episodes
think,
ago.
like-
Anyway, something along those lines where there was a Secret Wars a war where Kangs were like united across
Mhm,
different
mhm.
multiverses. I mean, so
Oh,
there's a
yeah,
possibility of that the new Avengers form because they have to fight all these Kangs, you know?
Yeah.
So I mean, there's a possibility. We don't know.
No, yeah, that would make sense because I don't think there is a release date for Avengers 5
Mm.
yet.
No,
Yeah,
It's probably gonna be called like the
we're
New
still like
Avengers or something
forming. That's why they're still
Yeah.
forming
Yeah.
the teams.
Yeah. Yeah, everything's kind of in limbo right now
Mhm.
with the way everything kind of ended.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Plus, we don't even have a new Black Panther yet.
Oh, that's right.
So
But they already started filming Wakanda Forever, didn't they?
I think
The
so.
TV show, yeah. No, the TV show went into production. I don't think it's filming yet.
Wait, I thought
Oh.
Wakanda Forever was the movie.
Oh,
That's the movie.
yeah, you're right. That is the movie.
The-
But I think the TV show went into production, right?
There's a TV show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's called Wakanda.
Wakanda?
I think
Are
it's
you
just called
confused?
Wakanda.
No, like, well, no, I'm saying like because there's Wakanda Forever, and then there's
Yeah.
gonna be Wakanda.
Yeah.
So,
I think the TV show is just called Wakanda,
oh,
but I'm not. Now I'm not sure.
I was just gonna say something about like
Oh my God.
Ramona.
Oh my
Oh
god.
yeah, go.
I don't.
Yeah.
That puts us back on track.
Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to take us.
No, we need to
okay.
go back on track.
Let's
anyway.
go back on track. Okay. Yeah, like even Ramona wanted to be pruned in that last moment too. She was like, "Just let me go. You know,
Yeah.
just prune me at this point, right?" So she was like
But
all
I
ready
think
to go.
I think that's what she was expecting her to do. I think she wanted she thought that if Sylvie were to like beat her or whatever, like
Mhm.
Sylvie's like this bloodlust crazy variant, right?
Mhm.
And I guess she thought like,
My
well,
kinda
okay, she's gonna
girl.
kill me.
Yeah.
Hmm. But you know, like so I think I think that's why she was like, okay, just kill me then, right? But I think that's what she really thought of Sylvie. Like,
Yeah.
okay, like Sylvie wants revenge on me,
Yeah.
but it's like, no, we want fucking answers. Tell us the truth, bitch. You know,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. That scene. Yeah. I mean, it could be that she's just over it, but then like also maybe she's just like the whole everything that's been going on is kind of weighing on her finally. You know, where she doesn't
know.
seem to show remorse, you know, even for when she took Loki, right, or took Sylvie, or even when at the end when she was in the elevator with them and she was just like, I'm not gonna tell you. Well, you know,
Yeah.
she had that face where it's like, oh yeah, I kind of, I remember you kind of. But obviously, this was a big deal because they've been hunting for her for a while.
Yeah.
Like she's a grown ass adult now, and then finally found her. It's like she knows, and maybe there's a bigger reason why she's just trying to be like, like just what, just take me like at this point because like I'm done. I don't want to deal with this anymore. That just my thought. There's a theory out there that this has to do something with the Infinity Stones, because every episode, quote unquote, has had, and I quote unquote because a color to it, and I can see the color. I don't feel like the color was that obvious in this episode. If that was a real thing, if it's a real thing, they said that this one was supposed to be the Mind Stone, where we're talking about the Nexus event episode.
Yeah.
That it's supposed to be the Mind Stone because there's a lot of like gold and yellow tones, but I feel like that necessarily wasn't the thing. I mean, Ravonna was wearing a gold shirt, which was random to me.
I don't know. I feel like we need to move away from the Infinity Stones because like we've already done that, and for the most part, it's like we need a new storyline.
We do,
like, so I don't think that's the case.
I didn't think so either. It seemed a little far fetched.
Yeah, I feel like that's because people were doing the same thing about WandaVision.
Yeah,
they were saying the same thing about WandaVision. Oh, it's every episode every commercial represents a new Infinity Stone. All the commercials within. But to me, I think that in episode 1 of Loki, they kind of put it to rest when he opens that drawer and there's all those useless Infinity Stones.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that was Marvel literally telling you these things are useless.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't worry about them anymore.
Yeah, exactly. We use them as paperweights,
yeah.
right? They still show them as paperweights though in the backgrounds of some of the end credits. Yeah, yeah. Like if you're looking at even the hourglasses, there's always like a paperweight of an Infinity Stone, and this one, I mean, I saw the Mind Stone. I remember seeing the red one. I don't remember what it's called all of a sudden. The ether, yeah, it was also sitting in the background. There was a really interesting shot of like one of the hourglasses, and it was like spilling it was like black sand. That it was. I don't know what that meant. I was just pointing it out, but I totally agree with that. I think that they are just putting it to rest, and maybe they're just making color references, to like, for the show. Maybe it doesn't have anything to do with it, but it's just aesthetic. Because we did get purple when they were on Lamentis. I did see a lot of red in like the second episode and stuff like that, but it's a little out there for that.
Yeah,
that is a crocodile.
Croaky. But it just Croaky sounds like a frog to me.
Well, it's a crocodile. Loki, so it's croaky. Get over it.
Oh my god.
But yeah, there's a part.
Oh, why isn't But why isn't B-15 a better fighter? Like, she seemed like she was actually able to hold her own, like from the beginning, and all of a sudden her mind goes like back or whatever. She gets her memories back, and she's a terrible fighter. Like, I don't understand that. Like, because she could have at least taken out one of the guards that was there.
When they were beat up pretty quick.
When they got to the time, yeah, she got knocked out.
She just got smacked.
She just vanished.
Like,
yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, maybe because it's not like she lost all the new memories
Right.
that were
Yeah.
created.
And muscle memory, man. Like,
Yeah.
what happened? Like, did she just? I don't understand that. Like, that
Plot
kind of
points,
just.
Megan.
There were also
Oh
two
my
of
God.
them. I don't know if that helps.
Yeah, she did get double teamed
She-
there, so it
wow.
made it
I
a little
did
more
not
difficult.
say that. That was not me.
That was Jose and Jamie. Jaime, sorry.
Wow.
Okay.
How long has it been, Megan?
I don't know.
Neither do
I see you like once a week, man.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Thanks, Megan.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
it.
I barely remember you when I go home.
Wow. We're BFFs now. I don't know what you're talking about.
That is a lie.
It is a lie. Yeah.
But yeah, the revelation of the timekeepers being androids. Like, where did you guys stand on that?
Cool. I mean, I wanted them to be real timekeepers myself, but oh well. They're
Nah,
androids.
I already knew like they weren't gonna be like you can't like not right now at least have the timekeepers like that. It's too powerful.
Mm.
So I mean, it's just too powerful to like reveal like, oh, okay, we have timekeepers now. You know,
Yeah.
that doesn't make any logical sense. At least not in a story that we're building up to, because this is just the TV show.
Yeah, that's
This
true.
is not one of the movies that's gonna build us up to the bigger. I mean, it is kind of like giving us something.
Hmm.
Like an in-between kind of story, but it's not something that's one of the major, like a Black Widow, or we're gonna have the multiverse of madness and Spider-Man
Far from
Far-
home.
far-
Well, you know,
no
no,
way home. Yeah, so it's not one of those that would give us bigger more story
Yeah.
and more I don't know where I'm going with that, but you know, it's just not as big, you know.
Yeah,
So it doesn't make sense to have such big characters in the show like that.
Same reason it wouldn't have made sense to make Mephisto
Yeah.
the villain. In...
But I don't think I don't think that was the
WandaVision.
case in general. Like I if like Mephisto would be like a viable like adversary, I think that would be like working up to the bigger picture, because he is really strong. So
Yeah.
like working up to kind of like a Thanos kind of thing, like the Avengers kind of state, you know, because then you have somebody that's pulling the strings, you know. It would make somewhat sense in at least Wanda's,
to introduce him, just like
yeah.
they did in Thanos and Avengers.
Yeah, like a little thing or a little snippet, or even hinting toward that. Like
Yeah.
I don't think that's like so far fetched, but to come out on the show itself, that doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Like just like the timekeepers, it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if we'll see more of the Watchers, because the only time we've seen them was with Stan Lee. You know,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
that's the only time we've ever gotten to see a little shot of Owatu. Would have been a Owatu. They all look alike.
Mm. No clue.
But I mean, I wonder where they stand in this whole.
Oh well, going back to the timekeepers, like what did you think? Like what did you like? You asked
No,
us, but
I-
what did you think of like the?
I definitely am glad that it wasn't the timekeepers, that you didn't just they didn't just take them out that easily. You know, like
Oh yeah. I
because
just
she just threw a sword and decapitated one.
yeah.
You know, and I do think there's more to it, and I want to see where that goes. It kind of would have been too finite if that was it, you know,
Yeah.
especially in episode 4.
Yeah.
And there's 2 episodes
There's 2
left.
episodes
There's still
left,
2
yeah.
hours left of this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I didn't expect them to like get their heads cut off, or one of them get their head cut off. You know, I didn't expect that. And then that's how we got the reveal, right? Like I did expect maybe for them to be like something more grand, of course, you know, and towards the end of episode 6 is when whatever, anyway, craziness happened. But yeah, it's really interesting that it's not them. Now we're left wondering though who it could be, and that's where my whole idea of like Miss Minutes, because of the whole AI, because of the whole being, you know, half AI, half a recording is what they pointed out in the beginning. And it was just such a little, like a small detail that that sometimes Marvel does, right? Where they kind of drop those little things that you should have looked out for in the beginning.
She is very much Jor-El from Superman.
Cool.
where Jor-El is like he's a recording, but he's kind of sentient at the same time.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So, and we also did kind of talk about already the Lokis that we saw at the end, right? It was the first thing that Loki wakes up and says, "Oh, am I in hell?" Right? In regards to like the Norse mythology
Is it Mephisto?
and stuff like that. No, that's not where I was going with it.
Yes.
but I did. It was such a cool scene. Like I didn't even expect anything after credits because I had already gotten used to not getting anything really from them.
It looks like
in
all
Loki.
three shows, like the last few episodes, they start having end credits.
Oh, okay.
They,
I don't remember.
I heard they did a change to the
WandaVision.
I haven't
thing.
seen it.
Okay, so there's not much to see, to be honest. Okay, so my fiance is a video editor, sound editor, like he does art, right?
Yeah.
So, he instantly when he saw the quote unquote, like image or whatever was happening. So what people are saying is that you can see a silhouette of a kind of a character kind of coming down, or what people think is a character, right? Kind of coming down into Wanda's house, in the end of the scene, in that clip, in the end scene of WandaVision.
Yeah.
Now, to me, because it was kind of like almost like a grayish white figure, I was like, oh, Silver Surfer. I don't know why that came in my mind, right? And then I kind of watched it more, and then my fiance was watching it with me, and he was like, no, dude, that's just like some video like editing error that happened, right? Yeah, like it's literally like a flare, or like almost like they try to darken a certain spot. Excuse me, they try to darken a certain spot where later on, when it finally kind of touches where it's supposed to be, where the video touches where that editing is supposed to be, it makes sense. That spot is dark, but in the lighting of when it's leading to the house or leading to the scene, they left it there and it kind of tracks. So it looks like people are saying, oh, it's Doctor Strange traveling to visit Wanda in her place. But my fiance made a really good point. It literally is the same shape as that image in the back. It's like a little hole in the wall where there was light before. Now it's darker. So it made sense that it falls exactly there and it ends. So I kind of trust him in regards to that because
wait. So what was the scene?
Nothing.
What was the change?
Oh, well, they darkened some stuff.
That's it.
The trees are a little bit different. There was a duck that got removed from the water.
They removed the duck.
They removed the duck.
No, the
duck was sacrificed for the shot.
That's horrible.
But there wasn't. But that's all I noticed, and that's what most people are pointing out, was just trees are different. They're like a darker green or a brighter green. I don't know. And then there's that specific silhouette of something supposedly looks like Doctor Strange. I didn't see Doctor Strange. I thought Silver Surfer just because it was like a grayish color. That's why I said that. But it made no sense either. But it's literally nothing, according to my fiance. I don't know, according to him. So sorry, spoilers.
Oh no, you're good.
Rewatch it.
But yeah, like I think in the previous two shows, it was the last few episodes where they started doing the end credit scenes. So I would expect end credit scenes in these last two episodes that we have left.
Got it. I don't remember. That's why I'm not sure. But Nicole. But yeah, it was really cool to see.
I think it was one of the end credit scenes where we got to see John Walker making his own Captain America shield, wasn't it?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's been a while.
Yeah, it was. We didn't have end credit scenes for the first few episodes.
Yeah.
So.
I swear, like in WandaVision, in the first episode. No, never mind. I'm just confused.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna need to start drinking a beer while we do these. My energy is so low.
Wow.
Sorry.
I still got some of those non-alcoholic beers I accidentally bought.
Actually, I would like one of those. I like the bubbles. He was like, "Oh, you want a beer?" And I was like, "Okay." And then I'm like drinking. I'm like, and I look at it. I'm like, "Why are you giving non-alcoholic beer?" And he's just like, "They're not alcoholic." I'm like, "Yeah, this is 0 alcohol." Like,
I wanted you to drive safe.
It's rude.
Although you shouldn't be driving at all. Let's be honest.
It's true. It's true. Can barely see.
Oh my god.
I mean, that coming along, like I'm excited again for the next 2 episodes. I want to see where this goes. I want to see how it ends. I want to see how it. I mean, it's gonna. This show is not gonna end by the time Black Widow comes out, huh? Because Black Widow comes out next week, and we have 2 episodes left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
No. It should end like what? Like so the week after Black Widow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I mean, next week we have a pretty packed show. Then
Yay.
we'll have Loki and Black Widow.
Yes. As long as we all see it. All three of us. I
Oh.
plan to. I plan to at least.
Are you?
I mean, I plan to. Wait, because we'll talk about this after.
Why?
No, well, no. I was just gonna say because I'm just trying to put the dates together. So Wednesday is not gonna be the day it's released. So it's like Thursday or Friday, right?
It's Friday,
Thursday
probably. Yeah.
midnight, and then
Okay.
like Friday.
So maybe I'll watch it on Disney Plus, but I wanted to watch it in the movie theater.
I'd rather watch it in theaters.
Yeah.
And I'm not a people person. I do not want to sit next to
I
people.
don't want to sit
I
next
don't-
to in a
But
in a
it's
packed
Black
theater,
Widow.
dude. So.
Yeah, and see
No.
that's the thing, right? Like, so when are you gonna watch it then? Because
I'm
for
at home.
okay, that's true. I keep forgetting about
What
Disney
the
Plus. Okay, so I'll watch it at home, and then I might go watch it in the movie theater the week after that. Then, just because
Might
I
be
don't
less
want to, I
people,
don't feel
too.
like dealing with people either. So
Yeah, like because like it was nice, like like during like social distancing.
COVID times.
Yeah, because you had like you pick your seating, and then the two seats next to you
Nice.
were empty. Like
Nice.
you couldn't pick those.
that's so
So
great.
I was like, oh, so nice. Like there's all this space.
Yeah.
Like and then I got to take up like 2 more seats.
Yeah.
like,
Lay down, take a
like,
nap.
like no, I put my stuff on the chair next
Yeah,
to me, and
no,
then
no.
like use their cup holders.
Yeah.
Her feet up on the other
Yeah,
side.
like, it was great, but now it's like I don't want to sit next to people, and then like especially like it's Black Widow,
Yeah.
so I feel like I mean if they're still doing the spacing, I might do it, but
Yeah.
but then again, it's kind of late to get
Yeah.
tickets, right?
I mean, we
I don't know.
still find out. You know.
I'll see. I'll check. I'll check if I can get good seats like in the theaters and they're social distance, then yeah, I'll probably go in the theaters. But most
shall
likely
see.
I'll just watch it
Yeah.
at home. So
I might end up doing that too. I just gotta put stuff away from me so I can really focus on the movie. Yeah,
like what, like your phone? And all
yeah,
that?
my phone. Yeah, because I like to be on my phone while I'm watching TV at home, and it doesn't work because
Yeah.
I don't pay attention to it enough as much as I should is what I'm trying to say.
You're paying $30.
Oh, you pay for it, and
Yeah.
I forgot that too.
Yeah, like you're paying $30. But the cool thing about that is that you can rewatch it as many times as you
Within,
want
like-
within 24 hours, I think it is.
I thought it was only like a one-time viewing thing that you could do it.
No,
Oh.
you can rewatch it,
it's
but I
for
don't
a
know
few
how
hours.
Oh,
dude.
okay. I
But
didn't know
yeah,
that.
so I mean, if that might be a better deal, so I can just kind of watch it twice,
yeah.
and I don't have to like pay again.
Yeah. Also, yeah, it makes sense.
So
Yeah,
that
that's a good
like
point.
I can like sit through the first and then like not take notes like I usually do, and then
Yeah.
watch it again and take
Yeah.
notes because
Yeah, I started doing that now because of you, by the way.
Yeah.
Because
You're
that's a really good idea. Like I like to take notes, but then I pause it too much, so it was kind of spoiling that, like ruining the episode for me.
Yeah.
So now I watch it once, and then I watch it twice, and then watch it 3 times.
and I oh god,
And then he
I
goes
saw-
back and watches Army of the Dead.
I
again.
saw I saw Lamentus.
just for the containers.
I saw Lamentus 1. I saw that almost 4 times, to be
Oh, wow.
honest. Yeah. I really like that episode. I really did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, like I like to watch it the first time because I like to watch it all the way through. And then usually when I watch stuff, I miss things or I don't
Yeah.
form ideas the first time I watch it. I'm usually like it takes me a little bit to actually think about it.
And you're into it too. Like
Yeah,
you're kind of in the
yeah.
moment.
So I'm not trying to like find
Maybe
you know
you're not
find
trying to make your
holes and
own story.
analyze it. You know, I'm not
Yeah.
trying to do that. Like I'm just trying to watch it. Like
And just enjoy it.
yeah, I'm not trying to analyze or ask like why is this happening or what's happening here because that's no way to live.
Yeah.
But you know, like as the second time, then I can actually like take notes or I don't have to look at the screen. I can listen because I already know what's happening.
yeah.
So I can just listen and type what I need to and stuff like that if I
Cool.
need to look or stuff like that. But I think I'm going to do that with Black Widow. I think that would make more sense, at least for show purposes.
Yeah.
Because I'm not like Jose who can just watch something and then just remembers it.
Yeah.
No, see, I've gotten really smart with my note taking.
It's us.
I just
We-
let you guys do
Yeah,
it.
it's us. He doesn't. He
Yeah,
does
but-
not take notes at all, which is weird because where's your notepad? You
I
have
have-
notepad that
it's-
one
it's like
episode.
right here, yeah.
But he remembers at least.
Yeah.
Like he can actually expand and be like, oh yeah, I remember this.
He relies on us
I
to
really do.
refresh his mind.
You
and
guys
then
bring
start
something up,
talking
and I'm like,
about
oh
it.
yeah, that happened.
See, and then
We
Hold
need
on, I
you to
have
take
thoughts on
notes.
this.
We need you to take notes because you need to start these conversations first.
But you guys do so
Also.
well.
see, but
It's
then
true.
like I can't do that. Like because sometimes I just forget on like what's happening or
Yeah.
what my point was for that scene.
hmm
So I have to take notes.
And then so you like take notes of it, and then you make your point.
yeah.
like, next to it.
Yeah, so
Oh,
I
that's
just
cool.
or I
She
write
does
down
Cornell
something.
notes.
No, God, no. You should see them. There's a lot of ha-has and no, and like there's like certain things where I'm just like no, like a lot
That's
of
funny.
feelings and stuff in here,
Cool.
but nothing like most of it is just like to remind me of what my point was.
Yeah, yeah.
Nothing too like detailed or anything like that. So if you read it, you'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, but yeah. So it's just to help me basically, because otherwise I won't remember.
Yeah.
So I think I might do that. It might be smarter for me to do that with Black Widow.
Cool.
So.
All right. So, I mean, I think we've come to an end of another episode today.
Amen. I'm hungry.
Yeah, you guys have loving families that you have to go blow shit up with
Yes,
today.
we do.
So
Yay.
I
Sure.
will let you guys go and enjoy the rest of your 4th of July.
Thanks, boss.
Happy 4th of July, people.
Happy
by
4th
the
of
way.
July.
Happy 4th.
No, I mean, if you guys are liking the episode, I do appreciate the fact that somebody reviewed us. Like we are technically a 5-star podcast.
Yay.
You know, we have one review.
Party.
Yeah, I know. So that does help. That does help us out. So please rate, review. That's really good for us. It helps us get into more people's ear holes.
Oh my.
Thanks to all the friends and family too who have been like following and listening to us.
Yeah, I think that's all we got, actually.
Yeah.
It's a start.
Actually,
At the
no.
end of the day,
Look,
yeah.
I've realized that you guys have friends and family that follow. And all of my friends are like, "Hey, I've been meaning to listen to your show. I'll get to it, but I haven't listened yet."
Wow, nobody loves you.
That's what I'm saying.
Aw, I'm listening for you, Jose.
I'm not listening.
She's
I know
not.
Megan's
She's
not.
definitely
I-
not listening. We could have
I
one more
come-
listen if it was up to you.
I
At
c-
least.
nope.
You could just let it play.
What
like,
are you
go sit
talking about?
somewhere.
I've been advertising, okay?
Thank
and
you.
then I've had a few of my friends follow. My boyfriend's brother, like, he's like, well, I need the link so I can like pass it around, and I'm like, okay.
We
Yeah,
need more
So-
commitment.
we have 20 followers right now.
Nice.
See,
Yes,
I'm making
yeah.
up for not
Yeah.
listening.
We need more fake accounts from you. Is what we need.
That's you, Tim.
But this is my commitment to it, right? Like, I'm creating accounts for us.
And my commitment is to spread the word around so I don't have to listen to it.
All right, guys, follow us on the social media. It's Girl, Geek, and the Gay. Or you can always email us any questions, thoughts, concerns. It's Girl, Geek, and Gay Podcast @gmail.com. Do you guys have anything else to add?
I'm good.
All right, guys, have a good 4th of July.
Goodbye.
Bye.